Hi folks, I'm David Garrard. Here, like everybody else, in my basement. Actually, everybody else is not in my basement. I'm here by myself, but I'm at home, and hopefully you are too. If not, you should be. I want to welcome you to the magic of David Garrard at home. I want to say thank you to the many people who are working to make it possible for you to watch this magic today. And I want to say thank you to the special guest who will be joining me a little bit later. I've got some great magic to show you. We're going to have a lot of fun. Later in the show, we're going to have an audience participation spot. So if you get a chance, go find 4 playing cards from an old deck that you don't mind tearing in half, because you're going to need those a little later. Speaking of tearing, here's a great trick. It uses a paper napkin. Now watch closely. We're going to tear the napkin in half, and the way we do this is we come right to the center and we get it started like this. Then you hold on with your left hand and pull down with your right hand, and it tears the napkin in half perfectly. Put those pieces together, tear again. The last time we go like this. I'll squeeze these pieces into a ball. Just squeeze the ball really small. Now the only other thing we need in order to make the magic happen is a magic wand. Fortunately, I never go anywhere without my magic wand. I even take this magic wand to church. Excuse me. You good? Okay, sorry. The magic wand must be in the other pocket. Yes! And do not laugh. It is very small, but it is very powerful. Used to be a Q-tip. There's hope for all of us. Watch. I wave it over the pieces. And just like magic, the pieces go right back together. This next trick is one that I actually inherited from another magician. I call it the magic box. This is the back. This is the top. This is the front. This is the bottom. Here's the outside, and there's the inside. But there's one more side that you haven't seen yet. The flip side. An empty box. And a lot of magic. Watch. It's a lot of handkerchief to come from an empty box. I'm not sure where all of it came from, but what I really want to know is, oh, where did this come from? At least we'll have something to drink while we're sitting alone at home. In 1982, Lance Burton became the youngest magician and the first American ever to win the coveted grand prize of magic and to be crowned a world champion by the Fédération d'Internationale Société de Magie. For the next 28 years, Lance performed in Las Vegas, most of those shows being presented at the beautiful Monte Carlo Resort Hotel in a theater built specifically for his show, the Lance Burton Theater. Lance hails from Louisville, and we've been good friends for almost 50 years. Folks, say hello to Lance Burton.
Hi, I'm Lance Burton. I'm standing in the middle of the Nevada desert, just outside Las Vegas, the magic capital of the world. On a clear day, you can see for 100 miles in every direction. And when you're in a magical place like this, it's a good idea to keep your eyes open at all times. You never know what's going to happen. Come on, let's get started. Hi folks, it's Lance Burton in Las Vegas. I want to say hi to all my friends and family back home in Kentucky. And believe it or not, I want to do a little magic for you. I want to do a little interactive magic. I want you to think of a playing card right there at home. Get one card in your mind and decide now. Don't change your mind. Don't tell anyone what your card is. I'm going to look through here. I'm going to try and find your card. Okay, I think I got it. I'll remove one card from the stack. I hope you'll agree you had a free choice of any of these cards. I hope I was successful, that I did remove the card you were thinking of. Folks, I know you're stuck at home and you've been there for several weeks, and there's going to be a couple more tough weeks ahead of us, but I want you to know we're all in this together. I'm in the same boat you are. I haven't left my house in weeks, but we're doing this because we want to protect the most vulnerable members of our society. You're protecting my family, and I'm protecting your family. So keep up the good work and do what's right. God bless you. Hope to see you all real soon.
I hope you saw my performance on Penn and Teller Fool Us. If not, you can find it on the homepage of my website, davidgarrardmagic.com. It was a wonderful evening, and I appreciated having the opportunity to be on the show and to become friends with Teller. Right now, I'm honored to have a shout out from Teller to all of those, everybody here watching at home. What can I say? He's a man of few words. Actually, he's a man of no words. But he would like this trick, and I think you will too. We have two glasses. Actually, they're made out of plastic, but they're still called glasses, and that drives me crazy. But in this glass, we have a red handkerchief. In this glass, we have a yellow handkerchief. And I want you to watch closely because the handkerchiefs are going to change places right before your eyes. It happens on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. I didn't say it was a good trick. Actually, it is a pretty good trick. But it's very important for this to be a good trick that you remember exactly where the handkerchiefs are. That's why the red handkerchief is on your right and the yellow handkerchief is on your left. Don't forget that, because in just a few moments when the red handkerchief is on your left, if you forgot that the red handkerchief is on the right, well, you'll be confused, kind of like I am right now. Now, to help you remember, we're going to cover the glass with the red handkerchief in it with a red handkerchief, and we're going to cover the glass with a yellow handkerchief in it with a yellow handkerchief. Keep watching closely. You won't see a thing. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Done. Believe it or not, the handkerchiefs have changed places. Let me check. Yes, the red handkerchief is here. And yes, the yellow handkerchief is there. The nice part of this trick is that's just the first part. The second part is when I send the handkerchiefs back. Okay, even though you're not here with me, I can feel all of that coming at me. You don't believe this has happened, do you? No, look, really, the red handkerchief is here, the yellow handkerchief is here, and that's why we call all of this magic. Good and solid. That's one. That's 2. But just to be certain, one sword right through the center of the top of her body. And the second sword right through the bottom of her body. Now watch closely. A lady divided. Actually, folks, it's a lot easier trick when there's no one in the box. And there's no one in the box today. No sawing today, folks. Sorry. But my assistant and I are practicing social distancing, just like you should be. It's one of the easiest, most effective ways that you and I can work together to make the COVID-19 virus completely disappear. I met Tommy Ellison when we were students together at Samford University in Birmingham, Alabama, where Tommy still lives. He's a very funny and very talented close-up magician. You're going to enjoy the magic of Tommy Ellison.
Hey everybody, I'm Tommy Ellison from Birmingham, Alabama, and I am tickled to death to be on the same program with Lance and Mac and David. You know, they're all great stage magicians, but I do what's known as close-up magic, the magic that's done right under your nose. So I've got a special trick just for you. Watch closely. Here we go. You know, the worst thing about being a magician and sheltering at home is there's no one around to pick a card. So let's try something where a chosen card is not really necessary. I'm still going to shuffle the cards just to keep myself honest, but I'll then give the cards a cut. Watch close. There's one. There's two. We'll shuffle them again. There's three, and there's four. And again, 4 piles and 4 aces. Now, in addition to the aces, I'm going to use 4 other cards, and I'll talk about those in just a moment. But for now, I want you to know that the 4 aces, you know, they have names. You have the ace of diamonds, the ace of clubs, the ace of hearts, and the ace of spades. And I'm going to leave the ace of spades face up, place the other 3 aces face down. Now, I mentioned these cards. These are what I call indifferent cards. And the reason I call them that is because the values really don't matter, and they really don't care. But watch closely. I'll place one of the indifferent cards on the ace and one of the aces with the indifferent cards. If I do a little magic, you'll notice the ace will jump over to be with its brother, the ace of spades. We'll do it again. We'll take an indifferent card. We place it on the ace. We take the ace and place with the indifferent cards. And just like magic, the ace disappears, only to reappear with the other aces. Now, it doesn't really matter which one of these cards I use on top of the aces. So let's do it this way. We'll take one of the indifferent, place it there, take the last ace, place it here. We give it a little wiggle, and notice we have 1, 2, 3, 4 indifferent cards and 4 aces. So much for social distancing. The aces like to hang out together. Back to you, David.
Most people don't know it. It's sort of a hidden part of my past. But several years ago, I spent some time up the river at a state-sponsored extended stay facility. And while I was there, we made these. A friend gave me a set for Christmas several years ago in honor of our time together. Blank license plates, the gift that keeps on giving, especially at tax time. I'm going to place the plates face to face, band them again, and now for a little magic. Watch. Is it smoke or is it magic? And just like that, folks, a secret message, a special message for Americans everywhere. Stay at home. It's one of the easiest ways that you and I can work together to make the COVID-19 virus completely disappear. Mack King has been called the best comedy magician in the entire world. Some even say the best comedy magician ever. Mack has performed more than 5,000 shows at Harrah's in Las Vegas, where he still headlines his own show. He comes from Louisville, and we've been friends since he was a teenager. Folks, say howdy to my good friend, Mack King.
Howdy, I'm Mack King, holed up here in my house in Las Vegas. My wife is taking a nap. My daughter's in the kitchen baking cupcakes, so we're doing pretty good. I'm particularly enjoying not shaving. And but I guess since I'm up here in my new jacket, we ought to get this show going here. Thought I'd start out today with a rope trick. Thank you. This is actually the very first magic trick that I ever saw any magician do. My grandpa taught me this when I was a little boy. This used to be his jacket. It did. My grandmother made this jacket. Used to be her couch. Whenever he would do the trick, my grandpa would always say that the rope had two ends and one center. Then he would cut off one end of the rope, and he'd say, "Now I have a piece of rope with just one end." It made sense to me too. He cut off that end. He'd say, "Now I just have the center of the rope." Thank you. He cut off the middle like this. He'd say, "Now I have no middle and no ends." Okay, I wasn't that stupid. I could tell he still had a piece of rope. You aren't watching carefully. I'll start over. Howdy. I'm Mack King. All right, back to the rope. My grandpa, he would cut the middle of the rope like this. He'd say, "Now I have two exactly equal pieces." Oh, mine aren't even close. Two exactly equal pieces. I don't know how I did that. My grandpa's, his were like this, much closer. I'll start over. It has two ends and a center. It worked. Two ends and a center. Do me a favor. Let's see. Over here on this side, you watch this end of the rope. Keep your eye on that end. You folks over here on this side, you watch this end here. Wait. You're watching this end, but it's already over here with the other one. So we have a piece of rope. It has two ends and a center. The ends are up here. The center is in between the ends, of course, down here. But if we take the ends off, you can't find the center. No one knows. No one knows where the center is till we put the ends back. And there it is. Right in between. See my teeth? Yeah, sharp. Like a small rodent. Actually, a rodent of unusual size. I cut the rope using the vermin-like teeth. So we have two pieces of rope tied together with a knot. All right, let me get these scissors and really cut this thing apart. There, boys, they're embedded in me. I cut the rope into halves, the halves into fourths, the fourths into eighths, and the eighths into little pieces. Kentucky public school. That's not a joke. All right, for the big finish, I wave my hand over the 16 little pieces of little piece of rope. I say the 15. Oh, you stay there till you learn it. I wave my hand over the 15 pieces. I say the magic words. Stop touching your face. I say the magic words. Stop touching your face. And they all come out in one piece. I'm not kidding, these knots come right off. It's a piece of rope, two ends, one center, and that's the rope trick. I got one last thing for you. A lot of people say there are no cures for the Mack King, or a lot of people say there are no cures for the hiccups. I've invented the Mack King hiccup cure. It really works. Get a big grocery bag, put it over your head. Put the bag over your head, and then you spin around till you're really dizzy. Oh yeah, your hiccups are gone, and so am I. Hey, thanks a bunch. This is a great thing you're all doing. I hope when this is all over, you'll go out and support the arts in Louisville. I miss you guys. I love you.
Okay folks, now it's time to see if we can make some of the magic actually happen right there in your hands as you watch at home. This is a trick that I mentioned earlier. You're going to need 4 cards from a deck that you don't care about, because I'm going to ask you to tear these cards in half. It doesn't matter what suit they are, it doesn't matter what color they are, as long as they are 4 different cards. And I brought big ones to make it easy for you to see what I'm going to ask you to do. I have the Jack of Hearts, I have the 7 of Clubs, I have the 4 diamonds, and I have the 2 of spades. But it does not matter what cards you have as long as you have 4 different cards. So if you've got them, I'm going to ask you to follow along and to do what I do. First of all, take the cards and just mix them up. Just shuffle them up like so. And then I'm going to ask you to take the cards and tear them in half. Now, take either half and put it on top of the other half. It doesn't matter. This can go on top of here. This can go on top of here. You don't have to do what I do. You have choices as we go. But put one stack on top of the other. Now, take the top 3 cards, 1, 2, 3, place them anywhere in the middle of the remaining cards. Just anywhere in the middle at all. Oh, and take the top card now and put it in your pocket. We might should have done that earlier, but it's okay, we'll do it now. Put that top card in your pocket. Now take the next 2 cards and place them anywhere in the middle. Doesn't matter, anywhere in the middle. Now take the next piece. If you're doing this by yourself, place this anywhere in the center. If you're doing this, there's somebody else there, swap pieces. You give them your piece and take the piece back from them, and then take the piece and place it anywhere in the center. Now, just discard the top 2 pieces. Throw them to the floor. Take the next top piece, place it anywhere in the center, and throw away the top 2 cards. Now follow along. Take the top card and say, "She loves me." Place it to the bottom. "She loves me not." Toss away the top card. The next card goes to the bottom. "She loves me." "She loves me not." And you'll be left with 1/2 of 1 card. Reach in your pocket. Take out the card that you placed there earlier. And if the magic worked, they will be a perfect match. Well, folks, that's about it. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to everyone who helped make this video possible. And a special thank you to my special guest, Lance Burton, Mack King, and Tommy Ellison. If you'd like to learn how to do some magic, I invite you to find and follow me on Facebook. Beginning back on April 1st, I've been posting a trick every day, and then the next day, posting the explanation. These are easy tricks done with objects that you'll find around the house, but they're fun, and I think you'll enjoy learning how to do them. You can also find more of my magic on YouTube as well as on my website. Our Penn and Teller pieces there, as well as Thunder Over Louisville back from 2007. Thank you once again for watching. Stay safe and stay home.